Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Dan Blanchard and the Travel and Time Show. And I'm right here in New Haven, Connecticut at Yale University. This beautiful Gothic collegiate-like college. One of the most beautiful colleges in the world. And I believe it started in 1701, which makes it the third oldest college in the United States. And by the mid-1800s, this was the largest college in the United States. Now, it didn't get its start here in New Haven. It actually got its start in Saybrook, right? But eventually, New Haven's going to offer it some more money and land and all that stuff. And this beautiful elite college is going to end up here in New Haven, right? And this guy, Elihu Yale, is going to offer them a whole bunch of money, a whole bunch of books, and they're going to name the college after him. Hey, I guess that's how it goes sometimes, right? Now, what you see behind me, not just Nathan Hale, but what you see behind Nathan Hale, that statue, is called Connecticut College. It's actually the third oldest building here on the Yale campus, but the oldest surviving building on this campus. It started off as a dormitory for the students, and then eventually ended up as like office space and faculty space and all that stuff, right? Now, if we're talking about something that's old, I think I should mention this, being a sports guy, is Yale University has the oldest mascot called Dan the Bulldog. I like his name, Dan, right? Dan the Bulldog. And that reminds me of the Yale Bowl. Been to a few of those, the Harvard versus Yale Bowl. Great football games. And what would a college be like without a little revolution, right? Well, big time revolutionary vibe here at Yale University, especially during the American Revolutionary War against the British. We've got, obviously, right over my shoulder, Nathan Hale, right? I only regret, but I have one life to give for my country. Spying on the British in New York and got caught and hung as a spy, right? Another big one was Noah Webster, student right here, okay? Now, in the 1840s, I've been telling you how beautiful this is, but in the 1840s, Charles Dickens came over here and checked it out, and he said, wow. He goes, this is probably the most beautiful street in America. And it's plenty of other firsts here. 1861, right as a Civil War starting, Yale is the first university in the country to award a doctorate's degree, right? 1869, women are admitted. Yeah, that's a long time ago. Women are admitted. My grandma graduated from here. I have like a personal connection here because my grandma graduated from here. And many years ago, I did teach one PD, professional development, for Toastmasters International here. And that was a pretty cool thing to say, hey, I taught at Yale. Well, not exactly, but hey, I did do a PD here, right? For Toastmasters International. There's other first. In 1876, first African-American PhD is granted here. And what would be elite colleges without their secret societies? I mean, everybody's probably heard of Skulls and Bones with the two Bush presidents. Father and son were part of that, with a whole bunch of others. 10 founding fathers were here. 5 of the U.S. presidents graduated from here. And going to the year 2011, Travel and Leisure magazine came here and said Yale campus is probably the most beautiful campus in the United States. Now, I have only just scratched the surface of what Yale University is, right? Let's talk about leadership real quick. What's the leadership lesson here? Well, there's tons of leadership lessons here, right? But I would say, in a nutshell, from Saybrook to the Skull and Bones, Yale has always been more than just these beautiful buildings you see in the background here. It's been a launch pad for big ideas and bold leaders. And maybe the real lesson is this: leadership begins not with the answers, but with the courage to ask the right questions. And just like Yale's best and brightest have always done here on this campus. Now listen, I'm wrapping up here. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. Next week, you're going to love next week's episode when I do Benedict Arnold and Fort Griswold, all right, major Connecticut battle. And so definitely check us out back here where we get to mix a little travel, a little history, and a little leadership with me, of course, Dan Blanchard, for the Travel and Time Show. See you again real soon. Bye, Nathan Hill.